ما في عندين ديار موتهين 10th anniversary celebration. Namamalo, are you ready for the 10th anniversary celebration? That's what I'm talking about. So, for all the English speakers, welcome to the 10th anniversary celebration. Up next, we have a friend to the Somali Museum. She's the Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Wow, this is an incredible celebration, and I love listening to the music, and I want to congratulate you on 10 years. Thank Osman Ali, and thank Mahmoud Mohammed, who I just saw out there, and just how proud we are of this community. And there's a reason that the Prime Minister came to Bloomington recently, because Minnesota, as you know, has the largest Somali population in the United States of America, which we're very proud of, the largest in North America, and in fact, the only Somali museum in America. So we're very proud of this. So our state is stronger because of all of you, and I think you know that. We are stronger because you are such a big part of the fabric of life in our community. You are such a big part of our economy. You have started businesses. You have saved lives as nurses and medical assistants and doctors. You have made our state more beautiful because of your art. And this museum is a showcase and will be a showcase for generations to come of your culture, of your artifacts. One of my proudest photos that I ever that I cherish is when my daughter was in 6th grade. She was 12 years old, and she was at Tuttle School. And her class was complete with dozens and dozens of young Somali girls. And I have a picture of her standing with the girls, and they are super tall, and she is super short. But she is so proud to be standing with them. And I think now, as she is in her late 20s, so many of those girls have now grown up and have families of their own. And that is what you have brought to our state and to our country. When I see that picture, what do I think? I think immigrants in America do not diminish America, they are America. I like to remind some of my colleagues in Washington, D.C., that we all came from immigrants, right? My Slovenian grandpa worked 1,500 feet underground in the mines, and he had kids, and my dad got to be the first one to go to college. He went to a 2-year community college. My mom was a teacher, and they met in Minneapolis, and then I was born, and I literally stand before you today as a great-granddaughter and the granddaughter of immigrants who had never gone to college. I stand before you today as the daughter of a teacher and a newspaperman and the first woman elected to the United States Senate from the state of Minnesota. That was because just like you and your parents and your grandparents, my relatives came to Minnesota to seek a better life for their families. And then they grew up and were part of that. That's what this is about. And that museum is so important because generations from now, when those little babies I hear out there, when those little children are grown up, they're going to be able to go to that museum and learn the stories of their parents and their grandparents and their great-grandparents. I know one person who works for me, who's been with me forever since I was a senator, Siad Ali, is right over here. And I know because every time I go visit a business in Minnesota and I go around the corner and I meet some of your community, they always say Siad, Siad. That is what America is about, right? You get connections. You know people in government. You know people in business. You know people who are at the hospitals. That is exactly what our country is about. So for our state's over 86,000 Somali Americans, I don't want just my story to be the story. I want your story to be the story. That's what this museum is about. That's what tonight is about. And thank you for just inviting me to share moments at this beautiful event. Thank you, and keep up the great work. Thank you.